Welcome to video 4, Taming the Mind. So we've looked at some strategies you can use to enhance your environment and your lifestyle to help you sleep better. We've looked at some specific instructions around your schedule and what to do when you can't sleep overnight. Now is the time that we look at helping you to manage your mind in order to be able to enhance your sleep. A core feature of insomnia is having a mind that is alert and won't shut down at a time when your body feels ready for sleep. This is due to arousal. So we want to look at some ways that are going to help you reduce your arousal at night time so that you can more naturally drift off to sleep. What causes arousal? Well, first of all, I think I need to disclose I'm not talking about that sort of arousal. When I say arousal, I'm talking about alertness, almost feeling stressed or wired. And of course, some arousal is actually really good. It's really helpful to feel alert, awake, on the ball during the day. But actually, when it's the middle of the night, unless the fire alarm is going, you really don't want to be lying in bed feeling alert and having your mind racing, feeling far too awake to get to sleep. Unfortunately, arousal drives poor sleep, which then drives more arousal because we're experiencing something that is stressful. And this drives more bad sleep, and so the cycle continues. Essentially, we have two competing systems that control whether you're asleep or awake. These are the arousal system and the sleepiness system. This is an example of how the two competing systems are supposed to work. During the day, your arousal system is typically strong and the sleepiness system fairly weak. Arousal is influenced by external factors such as light, noise, busyness, and internal factors such as your body clock, biology, and most importantly for this video, your thoughts and feelings, how anxious and stressed you are. Over the course of the day, sleepiness is building and eventually you reach nighttime when arousal reduces and sleepiness is strongest, making it possible to fall asleep and sleep well. In the morning, arousal is strong and sleepiness is weaker, meaning that you are awake. When people have insomnia, their arousal system has often become overactive and is overriding the sleepiness system. Science shows us that there is a clear link between our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviour. This means that uncomfortable thoughts and feelings increase arousal during the daytime and notably at night too. It's easy to see how this can happen. Imagine the situation, you're sat on the sofa feeling really sleepy, desperate to get into bed. And then the moment you do get into your bedroom, it's like the sleepiness has stayed on the sofa and you feel alert and awake. Not surprisingly, those little thoughts pop up. What's going on? Why can't I sleep? I felt sleepy a few minutes ago. In reality, the sleepiness hasn't gone anywhere, but frustration is switching your arousal system on. From this state, it's really easy to experience even more frustration and anxiety. I really need to sleep well tonight. I'll try counting backwards. I'll try my left side. No, my right side. Maybe I should take an antihistamine. By this stage, your mind is racing at light speed and you are feeling stressed and very alert. Ironically, the more effort you put into controlling these thoughts and feelings, and the more pressure you put yourself under to sleep, the more difficult it becomes to sleep. In summary, your busy mind at night may be partly due to worry about your sleep, struggling to control your thoughts, feelings, and sleep, or even stress relating to other aspects of your life. Whether this occurs during the day or at night, it can contribute to unwanted arousal at night. So we're now going to go on to some techniques that you can use for taming your mind and reducing arousal. These are a bit like a toolkit, and as with a toolkit, you may have some tools that you prefer more than others. Equally so, the more you use a tool, the more skilled you will become at using it and the more effective this will be. This is very true of mental fitness, that actually it takes regular use at regular intervals to be able to see a positive impact. It's exactly the same when we go to the gym. We wouldn't expect to go to the gym once and then come back and find that our body shape had changed and we're super fit. We would understand that we need to go to the gym regularly for a period of time to bring results. Exactly the same with these tools. So I'd encourage you, give them a go again, and hopefully you will start to see they may have some impact. So I'm going to talk to you about the RAW technique. This is a technique that you can use to deal with any unhelpful or uncomfortable thoughts or feelings that are coming up for you. These might be specific concerns about sleep. So maybe thinking, how will I sleep tonight? Or I have to sleep, otherwise I will feel terrible tomorrow. Or my sleep is so terrible, am I going to end up with Alzheimer's? Whatever it might be, Equally so, this can be really useful for dealing with other stresses or anxieties or uncomfortable feelings or thoughts that are emerging during the day. It might be that maybe you have to do a presentation and you're feeling really anxious about that. You could use this technique for that as well. Unfortunately, this technique will not instantly mean that you feel a whole lot better, so please don't expect it to. The technique is designed to help you notice what's going on and take a step back from it, which helps to take some of the power away from the thoughts and feelings. This technique is outlined in more detail in your handout. R. Recognise. Silently and kindly recognise that your mind is racing, that you are getting sucked into your thoughts, that you are feeling anxious, or that you have the urge to avoid feeling like this or desperately want to force your body into sleep. O. Observe. Observe the thoughts, feelings, and sensations you are experiencing. Imagine you are stepping back from them, as though you are the sky and they are the clouds passing by. You do not judge them as good or bad, you only watch them as they pass by. A thought is merely a combination of words. Thoughts change on a moment-by-moment basis. A thought need not be obeyed or given full attention. A. Allow. Allow means letting the uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, or sensations be there, even though you may not like them nor want them. Resisting our inner experience, whether that be frustration, anxiety, wakefulness, thoughts that we can't cope, or thoughts that we will have a bad night, worsens our discomfort. Instead, accept this experience by kindly acknowledging to yourself that it is okay to be thinking or feeling this way. This allows the thoughts, feelings, or sensations to pass without putting us into a state of stress and arousal. R. Refocus your attention onto what you need to be doing right now, in this moment and in this place. It might be finishing the washing up, or if you are lying in bed unable to sleep, it may be to get up and out of bed until you are feeling sleepy again. Moving on to another technique that you can do anywhere, anytime, with the one thing that you carry with you all the time. That's your breath. So you may have noticed that when you get stressed, your breathing rate increases, your breathing gets faster. Equally so, when we are calm, our breathing slows. By intentionally manipulating our breathing to slow it down, we can have a massive impact on our body and our mind by activating the calming system and switching us out of a stress state. I would love you to follow the 1-minute video that we're about to show, which shows you one way that you can use your breath to help relax.
Hi, and welcome to Headspace. So no matter what's going on in your life right now, no matter how many thoughts are racing around your mind, no matter how the body's feeling, just take a moment to sit down and take a big deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, a sense of taking in fresh air, the lungs expanding. As you breathe out, a sense of letting go of any stress in the body, in the mind, just feeling the muscles soften and relax. And close your eyes if you'd like to. One more, breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just take a moment to pause. Allow the thoughts to come and go. And then just gently opening the eyes again.
So well done, you have just completed a meditation practice. And now I would love you to embark on a little experiment over the next couple of weeks. Practice this breathing exercise or another similar one twice a day. That's 2 minutes per day. Keep going for a couple of weeks and just see what the outcome is. Notice if it helps you at all. Aim to make sure that at least one of the breathing exercises that you do in the day are at a time where you're not feeling stressed. When we're feeling stressed, it's really hard to learn something new. So it's important that we get to experience it at a time that we actually feel quite calm, and then we can master the skill and it becomes more useful when we really need it because we are feeling stressed. So on to another technique called paradoxical intention. As you know from what we've already covered, The more we try to sleep, the harder it becomes to sleep. So this technique is intentionally trying to resolve that issue. So when you get into bed, instead of trying to go to sleep, which puts pressure on you to be able to sleep, I actually want you to lie there, keep your eyes open, and tell yourself that you're going to stay awake. You're going to keep your eyes open a little bit longer, just a little bit longer, and do your best to stay awake. It's helpful often if you're breathing fairly relaxed at the same time. When you feel your eyes about to close, then just prompt yourself to keep them open. And it may be that during this time thoughts fly in and out. Just notice them and let them go. You may well be surprised to find trying to stay awake can often make us feel more sleepy. This is a technique that probably isn't going to work every single night, and it certainly won't work for every one of you, but we would encourage you to give it a few tries. You may well be surprised. If you've been doing this for around 15-20 minutes and you're still wide awake, then at that point we would recommend that you follow the usual stimulus control instructions and get up and get out of bed for at least 30 minutes. The technique. Bit of a funny name, I know. But for those of you who find that you get into bed and your mind is racing, not necessarily with worries, but just that it's busy, then this can be a really helpful distraction to enable your mind to shut down and for you to fall asleep. It simply is, as it's named, a matter of repeating the word "the" over and over in your mind. Sometimes it can be helpful to imagine that you're inscribing the word "the" on a blackboard. And if you're wondering what's so special about "the," it really isn't special, and that's exactly why it's used. The word "the" is very neutral. It doesn't typically evoke any particular memories or any emotions, so therefore it distracts the mind from anything else that might be going on and allows the mind to close down ready for sleep. I'd like to talk to you now about progressive muscle relaxation. This is a process of systematically tensing and relaxing the various areas of our body. When we have mental tension, typically our body gets tense too. You might notice it in your jaw or your shoulders or your back. And unfortunately, we can't control what's going on in our mind, but we can control what's going on in our body and intentionally relax the muscles in our body, which then has the knock-on impact of relaxing and calming and slowing our mind. I'd like you just to follow this video through and then use it during your day if you're feeling tense or anxious, and also you can use it at the time that you go to bed. It's a really, really effective and well-researched way of helping us to relax.
This progressive muscle relaxation exercise is often used to reduce muscle tension, aid relaxation, and lower stress levels. So in this exercise, we're going to concentrate on particular muscle groups in your body. You'll be tensing these muscles as hard as you can for 5 counts and then relaxing. Begin by finding a comfortable position, and it's usually better if you can lie down. Close or half close your eyes. Focus on the way you breathe out and relax. Now, focus your attention on your feet. Curl your toes under and tense your feet as hard as you can for 5 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release the tension. Relax your feet and notice how the muscles in your feet are feeling looser. Now bring your attention to the muscles in your legs and tense them for as hard as you can for 5 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax your muscles completely. Feel the tension being released from your muscles and feel your legs becoming lighter. Okay, bring your attention to the muscles in your arms and hands. Start by bending your arms, and you're going to tense your arm muscles and squeeze your fists as hard as you can and hold for 5 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Extend your arms and lower them to your sides. And feel your arm muscles relax. Next, concentrate on the muscles in your neck and shoulders. Slowly bring your shoulders to your ears and tense your shoulder muscles for 5 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Feel the muscles in your neck and shoulders drop and relax. You're now going to tense all of your facial muscles, including tensing your jaw. So you might want to carefully press your teeth together and squeeze your cheeks like this. And you're going to hold that for 5 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And now feel all the muscles in your face relax. And notice how this feeling of relaxation extends down your neck and to your shoulders. Now start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and gently start to move your head and shoulders and open your eyes. Progressive muscle relaxation is a really good exercise to use whenever you're feeling stressed or angry or overwhelmed.
The next technique I'm going to talk to you about has been shown time and time again to be really effective for improving our well-being, physical health, mental health, and most importantly, sleep. Essentially, we have a brain which is a bit like a caveman's brain, and it wants to keep us safe and alive. That means that our brain spends a lot of time taking us back and reflecting on what's gone wrong, and also looking forward and predicting what might go wrong. It also keeps us striving for better, striving for more. And therefore we have to be really intentional about training it to focus on the here and now, to focus on the good things that we do already have. Now, if you haven't already guessed it, I'm talking about gratitude. And this isn't just a thing we have or we don't have. It's something that we have to cultivate. We sometimes term this having an attitude for gratitude or cultivating an attitude for gratitude. It's really, really important that we're able to notice the things in life that actually we value. This isn't about being positive all the time or pretending that everything is great, because it's not. That's not life. There are stresses in life and there are really hard things going on. But if we can train our brain to notice the good things, then actually we tend to feel like we're experiencing more of the good things. This could simply be acknowledging that we like the smell of the grass, or it was really great to be able to hold the door open for somebody, or it might be that we notice how great we felt when somebody smiled at us, or that we're really grateful that we've got a bed to sleep in and we're not lying on a floor on a dirty mat. Any of these small things, and when we train our brain to focus on those, we tend to start feeling happier and most definitely more relaxed every time you think about one of those good things. It activates the calming part of your nervous system. So it may only be for a moment, for a second, or for even a few seconds, but every time you do that, you're switching off your stress response and initiating the calming response, which is going to help to reduce your arousal. So I'd really encourage you during the day, be really intentional about noticing some of the good things that are going on for you, opportunities, people, relationships, experiences, whatever it might be, things that you have. Also at night time, this is a really effective way of calming us before bed. And that is just to jot down 5 things that during the day you were grateful for. Really connect with them on a genuine level. Jot them down, and I really hope this will help you to sleep well. The science certainly shows in research studies this is a really helpful way of getting people to sleep better. Well done, you have now come to the end of video 4 and you are now well on your way to experiencing better sleep. The key points that we have covered during this video are: too much arousal causes wakefulness and a busy mind at night. Factors that contribute to arousal include worry about sleep, worry about life, struggling with our thoughts and feelings. All techniques are a skill and require practice before they become as helpful as they can. Techniques covered include raw, 1-minute breathing exercise, paradoxical intention, the technique, progressive muscle relaxation, and gratitude. I hope you're ready for video 5, Energize.